pass. In transition, Cluett with the left hand, a lot of contact, no whistle. Kind of out of control there. Washington this time does deliver it down low to Jazz Gardner. Missed it, tipped back in by Jamerson.
Third in the conference in rebounding is Jamerson. You got to block him out because he will create problems throughout the night, such as that tip-in.
There's Elias Ralph again, finding that.
Started a 1-2-2. They've gone to a two-guard front now in that trap. Good recognition from Pacific to break it.
We've already had 8 lead changes in this game. That's what we talked about the last time these two teams met. It's a back-and-forth game the whole
there. But overall, he liked that the 15 points off those 10 Tiger turnovers. And the overall message at halftime was more resistance on defense. Pacific is getting too into their seams and not getting enough as another 3.
Cluett dishes and a fumble and then a turnover.
Webb missed a great opportunity for an easy bucket underneath by the great pass from Cluett.
Another 3 try. Left side, this one good. A tough shot, in and out, no good. And the Tigers get a much-needed defensive rebound. Washington finds Jones, wide open 3. That one's good. Those are the 3s. Trying to find his teammate down low and not a great pass.
You have a 6'10 Jamerson rolling to the rim. Throw it where the guards can't get a piece of it.
How about Washington behind the back pass? 4-point lead for the Toreros. Open, right corner, 3 goes down.
Christoph Tilley, also Johnny O'Neal, and Adama Alpha-Ball for the Tigers under first-year head coach Dave Smart, Jefferson Coolby, Lamar Washington, Jazz Gardner, Elias Ralph, and Elijah Fisher. The Tigers in the home whites trimmed in orange. Santa Clara in the maroon uniforms trimmed in white as Fisher goes into the paint, gets a quick deuce.
Yeah.
The guy that is very well suited to coach in the WCC. Fisher gets 2 more. But then Tilley crashes the offensive glass and gets some second chance points for the Broncos, who now match their biggest lead of the evening. Caney's, good find there, Lamar Washington, and Caney's was fouled on top run. Ball trying to get it right back and cannot, and Washington with the rebound. Long pass ahead, Jefferson Coulibaly by his lonesome lays it in. Living in Chile, so a lot of international experience. Played for a couple of German Pro B North League teams for a couple of seasons prior to his time at Santa Clara. Tilley making an impact tonight, and Elias Ralph rocking the rim there. And we are ready to go, and the tip is up, controlled by the Tigers. Our officials for today's game, Frank Harvey III, Robert Lehigh, and Eric Boyce. Tigers in the home whites trimmed in orange, and the Pilots are in the road blacks trimmed in purple. Tigers would love to get Elias Ralph going. He's had a couple of off games as Lamar Washington takes it in, gives it to Jazz Gardner, who finishes at the rim.
Nice.
So pretty wild there, but that is who the Tigers will host next to close out the regular season here at the Spanos Centers. Turnover for the Pilots. Petar Kravakovic coming to the scorer's table for Pacific. He'll check in after the immediate timeout, which will be coming at the next dead ball as Coulibaly tickles the twine.
Nice skip pass for Riley. Couldn't connect on the 3, though.
Nice job on the double team. They'll get a great job of spacing it out to the open shooter.
UOP, the early 2-point lead. Just under 2 minutes in from San Francisco. Good hands. This one on the floor. Somehow Pacific able to maintain possession. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Washington, pretty feed for Gardner. And it's 4-0 Tigers.
Right. The official called it.
This game has featured 3 lead changes, 2 ties. And back and forth in this first half. Good defense by both teams. Caney's for three, and he gets it to go. Nice rotation around the outside. Three in and out for Kravakovic, but another possession.
Before that shot, both teams were 3 for 30 from behind the arc.
It has not been the best shooting half. That was a nice dish, though. And Caney whips it across for Riley, hands it to O'Donnell, but it's knocked away from him.
O'Donnell had an opportunity, tried to gather himself.
And Fisher on the receiving end.
So a game that started off kind of sluggish, 71 points.
C loses it. And there's Koulibaly with the easy
length. It's 6'7", 6'8". Some full court pressure now, 2-2-1 by Oregon State.
The lead is 4 for the Beavers. 12:30 left to go in the first half right here. Washington, who has been quiet. He's dropped 40 this year. He's dropped 31.
Just one shot. He's got 2 points. Zone defense by Oregon State now.
In the seam.
So guess who inside?
Yeah, redshirt junior out of Salem, Oregon, checking in.
2-3 zone.
Washington would like to get it back at the top, and he will. 10 on the shot clock now for the Portland native.
He's so good at getting in the paint and finding seams.
What a stroke. Big as dinner plates, baby. 30-24. Oregon State with the lead. Let's see how Pacific responds. Kravakovic, he's going to give it up. Good matchup here. Washington wants it back. The pick from Smith.
A little cat and mouse.
Ball fake. Ooh, Pitar. Kings, not much room. Squeezing through. Good defense.
Got himself in trouble.
Kravakovic, 3 ball.
Oh, he is hot.
First half.
Will's going to drive it this time. Kick in the corner. Porter's 3. Not there. Boy, he has really struggled in this one. 1 for 8. 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. Good pass ahead. Catch made. And the lay-in from Ralph. Great from the basket there. It's going to be a inbound behind the bucket. Whistle before the shot. Koulibaly for 3. Drills it. And a chance at a 4.
Have you seen him evolve even just throughout this season?
Taking more of a leadership role. I see him being a lot more verbal on the court and kind of being more a leader than he was last year. So, yeah, I think he's evolved a lot.
And then just last thing, he talks about how much he loves
Armstrong, the Raptors analyst, sometimes in the playoffs in the NBA, you got to win ugly. When you don't have your best stuff, what's your plan B? We'll see what the Lions' plan B is over the final 7 minutes and change here tonight.
3 goes down. 4.
Things happen. You just need to put in the effort, Trey.
24-point game right now. 7.5 minutes to go, and they're going to stay with that pressure, trying to trap and press full court. Kravakovic for 3, got it. Well, there's the rebound. Jan pushing in the middle and had it stripped. Guess who? Washington ahead to Koulibaly, who lays it in.
So Michael Ajayi gets it right back for Gonzaga. Quick pass ahead to Benson. As the Tigers looking to give the Zags a taste of their own medicine there. They got the ball up the floor quickly. Couldn't make anything of it. Aminu to Washington. Washington weaves through the defense. Kicks to Benson for 3. This is a deep 3 for Hickman. And Elias Ralph with the rebound. Ralph takes the 3 and makes it. He's got 17 points.
Not what you expect, necessarily. So many weapons for Coach Few and the Bulldogs.
Washington, who's got 20 points, will feed it out to Chris Caney's, and Caney's knocks down a 3.
The 7-footer from Berlin, averaging 13 points and nearly 5 rebounds. He's been in double figures 13 of the last 14 for Santa Clara. Jazz Gardner, the transfer from Nevada. Once the minutes kind of get into a rhythm, players understand their role, and the Broncos have started to get into that mode a little bit as Fisher's going to drive and lay it in. Inside of 5 minutes to play. Tyree will throw it away, actually. Good defensive play with his back to the ball. Ralph right in for the dunk. Wow. Knocked down a couple of shots against St. Mary's, calmed everybody down. And if that one went in, we need to reassess what's real and what's not. That almost hit the top of the backboard and dropped down through. BK defending. Nice bounce inside, and Ralph rises for the
native of Lithuania. He's on the floor for the Cougars, as is Tomas Thrasterson, a native of Iceland.
How about that?
Basketball hotbed.
Solid shooter. What do they use for baskets in Iceland?
You got me. Washington, Kravakovic has to take it. Makes it.
In the year, Washington State, 41% of their field goal attempts beyond the arc.
Watts turns it over. Washington trying to corral the ball. He does, and then gets it to Jazz Gardner from the left side and knock it down. The native of Latvia and the transfer from Quinnipiac gives Washington State a 3-point lead. Fisher crossover. Washington a head fake. Lamar drives, tries to lay a bounce pass along the end line and does.
Is going to motivate you as much as anything going into the second half.
It's like the Tigers want to bleed as much clock as they can. Again, if they bleed it all the way, it would leave Wazoo or whoever got the rebound 7.3 seconds. Fisher shimmies now to Washington. Bounce pass to Ralph. A wide open look at a three, and he drains it. Make it a 7-point lead for Wazoo. Washington to Kravakovic. Pitar off the dribble. Feeds back out to Lamar. Kravakovic from the corner takes it and knocks it down in a tie game. Washington to Koulibaly. Koulibaly gets his own miss. Out to Kravakovic, and now Washington. Jazz Gardner fakes the pass out and then takes it in. To play in regulation, Pacific nursing a 1-point lead with the ball. Lamar Washington will inbound with 18 seconds on the timer. Inbounds to Ralph. Elias going right to work. Spins baseline and muscles it up and in. So Ralph inbounds to Washington. A little more than 2 seconds separating the shot and the game clocks.
Calme's perfect tonight behind the arc. 3 of 3. That was a big shot a moment ago.
Does Lamar Washington have another one in him, perhaps? We'll see if they want to go that route. Washington, 5 to shoot, down low to Jazz Gardner. Jazz off the glass and in!
To the difficulties that Pacific's had tonight, so just a night to forget. Tremendous player. He'll bounce back, I have no doubt.
All right, the lob goes inside Burke Smith, and the transfer.
Adze missed the free throw, an 80% free throw shooter, so a rare miss for him. Ralph right of the lane will take it in, and he's walled off there by Matar Jope. And now Petar Kravakovic, who's just checked in, knocks down a three from the corner. Is good. So back to a 3-point lead for the Lions as now LMU will pressure in the backcourt. Myron Amy Jr. also on the floor for LMU, San Jose State transfer, and a great pass there to Burke Smith. And high off the glass, won't go. But he gets the steal, stole it from Chope. Lamar to Gardner, and Gardner with the slam.
Court pass just took the Tigers out of that rhythm, out on that baseline, out of bounds.
Amy short on the three. There have not been many misses tonight for Myron Amy Jr.
He is human, Zach.
He's 4 of 7 now from three-point range. Yeah. He's got 17 points to lead all scorers in this game. Washington dishes to Gardner, who floats it up and in. Rebound. Three-point game. Pacific is trailed by as many as 11 in this game. They're trailed by 9 at the half. Washington to Ralph for the tie. Yes.
Well, he's just pure net on these shots.
Amy, 5 of 8 from three-point range. He's got 20 points to lead all scorers. So LMU holding the line. Now Washington from the elbow is going to give a bounce pass down low to Fisher. Elijah, the shot clock winding down, muscles his way to the rim.
Open. You take a look at this first sequence, and Pacific really went with a small lineup, and we'll see if Portland can exploit that and look to get the ball in the paint.
The perimeter defenders for the Pilots critical tonight, J-Mo. There's a lot of quicks out on the outside for this Pacific team.
And Coach Lakins, that's been a point of emphasis all season long, is keeping the ball in front and out of the paint.
4 on the shot clock. You've got to put it up if you're Washington. Now you really have to beat the shot clock buzzer. Koulibaly.
New guys, new coach.
Man.
And then, they were kind of late to the party here. Had to go to the portal late. And, Coach Smart, he's always had a team that has had players that have stayed together 4 or 5 years. And right now, especially with how
the drive and kick, extra pass, and it's a dandy. Rapp usually makes that shot.
Yeah, that was a good extra pass by Portland, a good offensive possession, high percentage shot, and you're right. He just didn't hit that one. He's a great three. In the last few weeks, especially on the offensive end, have been big spark, a lot of production, and he has a lot of confidence and swagger.
Ballou, just a freshman. Balasager Webb, the transfer from American. Wide open, and as much as the 40, as you talked about, J-Mo, the buzzer beater at the end in Pullman, no less.
Yeah, the buzzer beater is the shot right there. There's nothing like it. Game-winning shot, that is the best feeling. Oof. Defensive end by Portland.
So Jones initially gets torched and doesn't hang his head and comes back and plays the help defense. You'll love that from the youngster. Ooh, and one. How about this first half for
working his defender down in the post area? Defense sinks in, and then Deng Diet in that sweet spot knocks it down to tie the game.
So 9-7 for Deng Diet, having himself a heck of a game.
Portland on an 8-0 run here in the last minute 45.
Pacific with the answer
factor. Portland has got to adjust and make him put it on the ground.
And they're not a three-point shooting team, but tonight they are. Benton is going to bring it out to Washington.
Yeah, no, this is a team that only shoots 29% from the three-point line.
Oh, Benton just save it. But Delano.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's as an athletic move as you are going to see all night and then some.
My goodness, I thought he was going to jump over the bench when he caught that basketball, but my goodness.
I love Delano's game.
I do too, and he's just continuing to get better and better. Just needs to be a little bit more of an offensive threat.
Confident guy. Love the kid's game. Washington, he's got to go with 5 seconds. Leaves it. Oh!
Of attacking and getting to the rim and getting to the free throw line.
More tosses for the Pilots. Again, the lead is a deuce. 4:35 left to go in this ball game. We'll say it in regulation. Fisher. Tough take by Fisher. Count it, baby. To the line you go. Great sweep. What a possession this is for both clubs. McKinnon sweeping, blocked. Good defense by Pacific. Inside, easy flush.
Well, they've got it all going, outside, inside. Good first half for Oregon State. Tigers going to really need to toughen up defensively somehow.
Koulibaly from the left wing, got it.
That they can, whether it's a 2 or a 3 here.
Tigers will, of course, bleed the clock. We'll see what they want to do. Krivakopich is open, and Krivakopich knocks it down. Washington to drive, the kick. Koulibaly, the 3. And if you're Pacific right... Game begins here today. Todorovic, who played at USF in this league and at SMU, averaging just under 19 points a game, and Elias Ralph answers right back from died inside the first minute. Lamar Washington got back on track the other night here versus USF after a lackluster effort on Monday at San Diego. Washington scored in double figures, gets it over to Koulibaly. Koulibaly the spin. And the finish, and he got fouled.
Yeah, he got to a good spot there, but fortunate break for the Tigers. Let's see if Patar can make him pay.
And he does. The lead is 16 for Pepperdine. It's been as big as 18. Carter Benson for 3, and boy, did Pacific need that. Dozic, and those are his first points of the afternoon. Trying to answer is Koulibaly, and he does. Makes it a 23-point game. For Oliveira, the freshman, he has 14 points on 6 of 11. Elijah Fisher for 3 straight away. The Serbian makes it a 20-point ball game. Pepperdine is led by as many as 24 as Ralph answers back.
It's into this game. That's already a 3-0 lead for USD.
A lot of practice from beyond the arc of the NBA three-point line on Saturday. A little bit of different eye levels here in the. He attempted a lot of three-pointers at the Intuit Dome. Just had an off night. We mentioned on the broadcast. Flipped the script very quickly, heating up a little bit early tonight.
Pacific with their second possession. Jazz Gardner had a layup first time down. Here's Gardner again. Back out for Washington. Driving inside, nice pass, layup coming, it is good from a 12-6 San Diego. Jamerson with the bucket. Guerrero shooting 4 of 6 from the floor. Washington swings it around. Long three coming, it's up and good.
Touch to finish.
So they did not call it back and forth. It was just a restart. They did not begin play. Washington with the ball. In the baseline, Koulibaly deep three on the way, count it.
On more than 2 minutes without a bucket, see if the Tigers can find something on this possession.
It's a Tigers offense that got off to a hot start this season, but competition wasn't maybe the best, but that was a pretty good looking shot by 6 wins at Carleton University before making the trek out here to the States, and now his first NCAA Division I head coaching opportunity. Washington trapped on the baseline. Morauskas had the loose ball for a second. It's going to stay with Pacific, though, and the shot clock is down to 7. Fisher on the drive around Saxon was just able to hesitate enough.
Found Mikey Lewis in the corner, and Mikey Lewis with that wonderful release and rotation gets the 3.
And right now all those basics are working and clicking for St. Mary's as Ralph gets his 4th consecutive year. Pacific just trying to get a WCC win. It's been since 2023 the last time the Tigers were able to win in conference play. Right now they'll take a couple of baskets to start this second half. They're down 17 points. And Ralph goes reverse. That's a good start for Pacific.
Big, and it's usually the forward at the key or at the free throw line in the center on the block, but it was reversed right there.
Circus look.
I can say damn difficult shot that Luke Barrett was able to convert.
Puts the St. Mary's lead up to 17. Tigers really trying to stretch the floor here with Ralph, and it's working on Mitchell. To Saxon once more, and he drops that one in with 2.
10 assists for Augustus Marshallonis as well. He needs 1 more point to get a double-double.
Marshallonis has had 3-point assist double-doubles in his career. 2.5 to play. Fisher stumbling, and he's going to get another and 1.
Gave up a lot of points in the paint Wednesday night in the loss.
Points in the paint, a category that is going to be key in this game as Kravakovic gets the Tigers on the board. Driving Murris lost the handle, but Hardy there to pick it up. Elias Ralph with a good block. Tigers might have numbers here, 3-on-2. It's Fisher off the window and in.
Great ball movement here. It's hard to believe they only had 5 assists credited Wednesday night.
Stepping into it is Koulibaly, and he knocks it down. Portland State came back to take a second half lead, and they'll have to try and follow a similar script here tonight. Ten to shoot. Washington guarded by Linhart to Ominu. They'll sag off Ominu. Get it back to Lamar. Walled off at the baseline. Koulibaly has to heave it, and he drains it. Ralph, baseline left, knocks it down. Fisher trying to go strong to the hole, stops, gets it out to Washington, kicks it to Benton in the corner for 3.
Took over 3 years ago, and so the Tigers trying to match them up size-wise here in the early going. Now going to go big.
Portland State, a team that wants to play more on the perimeter than they do inside the Tigers, and talking with Garrett Bridges, the assistant coach for Pacific before the game. They want to force them inside. It's what a one-hand guide up. Those are really the three pillars for Pacific. Washington, Texas Tech transfer, drives and counters a green jersey. Somehow keeps his footing and feeds Ralph, who finishes with a scoop off.
2 more points in the paint, Zach. You just don't have any rim protection right now with Ralph and Gardner both out.
Benson the head fake and lobs it out to Washington. Back to Benson, and Benson will take it and drain it.
Hey, how about that?
Why not? A great athletic catch and slam there.
A heck of a musician, too. We talked about that in the pregame, Zach. Plays multiple instruments. I lost count, about 9 or 10.
I think it was 9. Ralph with the finish. Tigers incorporate Carter Benson here. Benson is an excellent shooter. Kravakovic fouled on the 3 and
Tigers back within 1 here.
Myers, a lot of dancing, got loose, and what a rebound, Lamar Washington. Long pass ahead, Coulibaly. Back to Washington, to Coulibaly. Pacific a chance to grab the lead for the first time tonight. Washington thought about it. Passes to Coulibaly, who gives the Tigers their first.
San Francisco, I coached against him when
did.
I was at San Diego,
Did they
Florida, and now UNLV.
Did they call him Swish Wayne back then?
No, I just trademarked that here tonight, live at Lee's Family Forum, the Jack Jones Classic. Swish Wayne going crazy early.
There's Elijah Fisher, Washington again, deep into the shot clock. And that will rattle in for off the iron, off offensive glass underneath, and ball pops out of there.
What just happened?
Hill wanted a goaltending call, and Kevin Kruger's going ballistic on the sideline.
Kevin Kruger said the rim and or the net was grabbed, causing the ball to almost sky to the moon here. Offensive goaltending or defensive goaltending was what he thought happened.
Very physical. And Kravakovic from D. in Henley.
He's a 6'7" guard. You know, he's got skill, could shoot, pass, rebound. You haven't had him. Now he's back. Look at him sitting down. He's excited to play.
Outside, Ralph for 3. And you could bring that baby up.
And he's someone who's only averaging 6 points per game this year, but he has double-figure potentials. He's a great shooter.
Jerry wanted to run, and the finish underneath by Elias.
Spins back left. The leader of the running Rebels putting on a show here this evening.
8 players for UNLV in that first half in the scoring column. The one player that did not score, that saw action, is Jalen Hill. So Hill still having a difficult time.
JR, Jim Ross would say on WWF Raw, good old slobber knocker here in the second half. Ralph bloodied his nose in the process.
7 seconds. Gardner, little stutter step in the lane, throws up that shot, and it falls.
Missing
it's a
the
3-point
corner
game.
shooter. There's someone at the opposite dunker spot there. It's a 3-point game, like you said.
Off the weave.
A ball screen motion here from Dave Smart's club.
They are well coached. Elijah Fisher. Ralph. Here's Washington. Washington takes it to the hole, might have traveled, kicks it out underneath, and the slam dunk underneath by Jazz Gardner.
Looked like his jersey's pulled by Ralph, but if they'd called that, the hook probably wouldn't have counted.
Crucial possessions coming up here, and that is a 3-pointer.
Yeah, he comes out of the game 90 seconds in. Again, the Redbirds would love to have him on the floor 22, 23 minutes. He's averaging right about there, so they're getting that done. But you pick up a foul in the first 90 seconds of the game, and that might change that. Gardner again, he made a 3, and now he's going to flip this one in.
From that angle we saw, it looked like he had touched the ball.
Yeah, sure did. So Pacific on a 6-0 run here. This is Washington and Ralph. Another look from 3, and that's in, and he finally splashes.
He's a guy who can score in bunches, and like I said, his activity creates a lot of other opportunities for the Bucks to post up.
Bangkok Dak is in. Here's a 3 right side, R.J. Smith.
With a foul before the shot, the inbound, Jakubowski from a tough angle right there.
No question about it. Deliberate. The very first play out of the timeout, out of the half. Get it inside of the big. Let him get an easy deuce down. You got to know better.
Buffs haven't had a field goal in over almost 3 minutes now. Askin checks in with just under 20 seconds to go. There's a flush there by Ralph.
And he stayed active. He's had a lot of shots that didn't fall, but he never hung his head. He stayed aggressive, and that's been a difference for him.
Match the entire game with that energy that they play with.
I mentioned Fullerton in that game at Pepperdine. They trailed most of the game. They trailed for over 28.5 minutes in that game as Gardner receives a beautiful dish from Lamar. The Tigers getting a little smaller right here. Fisher, good pivot move.
Beautiful.
Here this afternoon. And it's a good drive to the basket, but Rudolph unable to finish. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half, and Elias Ralph all by himself down there. Square burrows his way in, but can't finish. Around the rim and out, Washington pushing, gives to Jones near corner for three. We'll get it out instead to Rudolph, and Rudolph, as he was falling down, got it to Young at a tough angle, and that shot went nowhere, and Fisher picks up the loose ball. Fisher, head of steam, stops inside the free throw line. Washington dumps to Ralph. Quick double team to Washington. Now to Fisher. No hesitation on the three, and he knocks it down. But Vicentin gets the offensive rebound off the missed free throw, and he can't make the shot from close range. The Tigers dodging a couple of bullets there. The missed free throw and then the offensive rebound.
Could have been a 5-point play.
Gardner gets to the rim, puts it in, and will get to the line.
5th turnover in the ball game on the Titans. Done a nice job tonight taking care of the ball.
Pass down low to Ralph with a backdoor cut. That was on Sunday. And he's a guy that Clay Wilson talked about a lot in the pregame interview on radio as the inbound to
no student body here, no pep band, no cheer team. Taken away from some of the feel in the arena tonight.
Vuga got close but couldn't finish. And now Fisher tries to get downhill, knifes his way through the defense and gets the friendly roll.
Or tonight as well.
Makes it even more stunning as a skip pass to Jones, who misses a three. Ralph gets the offensive rebound. Fisher takes one dribble, back to Ralph, touches it out to Washington, and now Fisher from the left wing drives to the baseline. Fisher ducks under a defender and puts it off the glass. Reinhardt, Vuga for three. And Aminu rips the rebound away. Big defensive rebound there for Aminu as Washington crosses over, dumps it to Ralph, who elevates for the two. So he's a local guy.
Played at Antioch High School, Zach. I had to research that. I was curious which high school in San Francisco, but he played at Antioch, actually, and had a very good high school career there.
Then attended North Idaho Community College. Okay. Fisher's got 20 points, 64% shooter from the line, and 1 for 2 in the rebound clamp by Washington. Dumont with 12 points. They sling a pass down low to Kane. He's back out to the perimeter quickly. Fisher, dribble drive. Fisher, and one.
Missouri gets a second chance thanks to that late foul call. Honor Boateng misses the three. And Robinson almost steals it right back. He's brought a ton of energy early in the season for Missouri. And they're going to bring some full court pressure here as well.
Full court pressure really slows down the offense. That ball pressure is taking time off that shot clock, and it give the opponent less time to get a quality shot.
Ralph driving to the corner, nothing there. Hands off to Elijah Fisher. Fisher and Ralph both averaging 17 points a game. There's Ralph, a nice backdoor cut, and he
obviously has the strength and the height advantage there. Unfortunately, they turned the ball over, but great textbook defense there in the post there.
Marquez Warwick thought he was being held. He wanted that defensive holding call. Baseline drive and jam by Jazz Gardner.
High blocks
back on Wednesday. Wagner with the drive, too strong off the window. Open look for Jefferson Koulibaly. Energy.
He's another guy that if he can get to where he can be an effective shooter, his defense and his athleticism he's going to find some minutes.
Tigers need to snap a 10-0 Arkansas run, and Koulibaly will do that with his. He lead the SEC in minutes played, and I will say that's not about to change. They're going to have a lock on the minutes they play per game.
Yeah, they might be calling timeouts for their break.
That'll be it. Here's your blow. The media timeout under 8 and under 4. Knox defending Koulibaly. Washington's had the hot hand. Koulibaly, though, has hit another 3. He's hit 4 triples. Another steal. Boogie Flan will take the corner 3. I think when Arkansas has been in attack mode, it's been by far when they have been their most successful.
No doubt.
And Ralph will finally end the.
It's Ralph down low, so they must like that matchup maybe tonight.
These two teams played last year. It was at Northern Arizona, and Northern Arizona won by 20 as Ralph breaks the ice with a 3. You travel over there for a number of reasons, maybe not the least of which you're up at like 5 a.m. because it's the reverse time change, and you wake up refreshed. You have all morning, but you come back and you're in this fog. It's fishing. Great look there. Carson Touts to Jaden Jackson. NAU making all the right passes right now.
Critical time right now for Pacific. Need a bucket here, stop the bleeding here.
Ralph helps that cause. It's being helped off.
Only the 7th turnover on NAU tonight.
They keep Caney's on the floor, and they find him down low all by himself, and he flushes with 2 hands.
Christensen does not want to pick up fouls like that because he is too valuable to this team.
Washington finds Ralph on the baseline, and so Hawaii on the board via the Tanner Christensen free throws. And turning the corner is Washington, kicks it to a wide-open Jefferson Koulibaly,
who's scoring the basketball when he needed to deliver it.
So a couple of the newcomers, albeit a couple of the veterans on this roster. As Palm deflects that pass away. Making plays here for the Rainbow Warriors. Bounce pass underneath. Ominu, good find there by.
Put a Mr. in front of that. It's Mr. Marcus Green.
Largest lead of the game for Hawaii. And that time Ralph is not.
Colorado.